Good morning and welcome back to another Money Wisdom sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Jalene Andrews. We are teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and joining us again with expert advice is Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner and senior partner at Johnson Brunetti. Welcome back, Eric.
Thanks, Jalene. Great to be here.
Great to have you. And today we're discussing the top 3 warning signs of identity theft, starting with this one: missing Social Security or pension.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very scary thing, and it is certainly in our world working in retirement planning, and I don't want to say like just seniors, but those often are targets. Those types of folks are targets of these things. So your Social Security check, all of a sudden you're not getting it. It's like, well, that's weird. I wonder where it went. Well, someone else might be cashing it. So it's, you know, and it's tough because a lot of the customer service of these organizations is not what it once was. You can't just pick up the phone and call someone. So you've got to be very careful about protecting your information.
Yeah, and if someone is victim of that, are they able to get that money back?
You are able to get that money back. And this is where I've seen, maybe it's your accountant, maybe it's your lawyer, maybe it's your financial planner, maybe it's your son or daughter who's just more tech savvy on some of these things, because a lot of the contact you're going to have with these companies is going to be online based, which is counterintuitive to a lot of people because they're afraid of that in the first place if they're 80 years old and they don't trust that stuff to begin with. Not all 80-year-olds, but plenty of them.
Absolutely. Our second warning sign here is scam calls or emails posing as Social Security, Medicare, or the IRS. You have to be careful with that.
Just err on the side of it's all bogus. Like as a general rule, anyone who is calling me, and it's a different world, of course, than it was 5, 10, 20 years ago. If anyone is calling me asking for information, like I never give it unless I know the person. Like, oh, it's Jillian calling me. Okay.
Right.
And even that you have to be scary about because there's false avatars and things like that are out there. So if I did receive that call, it's the IRS. Hey, you owe us money. You've got to make a payment. You can make it over the phone right now. No. Okay, give me your contact information and I'll call you back. And just be mindful of that because scammers are really good at doing it. So
they're getting better and better.
You just have to be very cautious. The IRS is not going to call you up and ask for your Social Security number over the phone line. So if it sounds bogus, it's bogus. Just be careful.
All right, and our third warning sign: unapproved bank withdrawals or credit card charges. You
got to look at this stuff. I mean, you've got to be looking at your bank statements. I mean, I remember years ago, my grandmother was talking about these withdrawals she was making. It was all on the up and up, and she was talking about balancing her checkbook. And like, I would think the average 30-year-old doesn't even like know what that means right now.
Right.
But you've got to be looking at whether any kind of online transactions you have, even if it's something like your Venmo account or, you know, Cash App or your bank or your credit card, all this stuff. There's so many different payments that are going on. You still got to keep track of this stuff because all of a sudden, like, I don't really know what that charge for $1.20 was. It's like, okay, it's not the end of the world. And then next month it's $1,000. So you've got to be mindful of this. You've got to be careful because it is something that we see in, you know, in our world with clients grows every year. And a lot of the victims of this are very smart, educated, savvy people that just got caught up on something because they're like, oh, that's not what it is. And then that is what it is.
Good reminders to be diligent.
Got to be careful. Got to be very careful.
Of course. Tell me about this week's book offer.
We have this book. It's great. And it talks about, you know, goes through a bunch of different scenarios. It's called Simple Safeguards. We'll get it to you. It's absolutely free. You can go to moneywisdomtv.com. But it talks about some of the things that you should be aware of. And we all know the basics we should be aware of. But then there's other ones that are like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing because it's always changing. It's always evolving. I've received scary stuff. I've gotten emails from clients that sounded exactly like them, referencing their life. And it's like, you have to be very, very careful. I mean, you know, none of us know what we don't know. So I encourage you to reach out, get this, moneywisdomtv.com, and I hope it helps. I think it will.
All right, Eric, as always, thanks for your time and advice.
Thank you.
All right, one more time. That is moneywisdomtv.com. For CT Buzz, I'm Jalene Andrews. We'll see you next time.